Hello, everyone, and welcome to Academic Success Tips presented by the Learning Center. My name is Casey Hoekstra, and today we'll be talking about reducing test anxiety. So the first tip is to make sure that you prepare as much as you can. I know it sounds super cliche, but the more that we prepare, the less anxiety that we can feel when we're sitting down to take our test. It's really important for us to plan out when and how we're going to study so that we do have some direction and motivation, and hopefully a sense of accomplishment when we're done studying as well. The next tip is to write. A lot of studies show us that free writing about our anxieties helps us to recognize them and to let them go for the moment. About 10 minutes before your test or so, if you just want to sit down and write down everything that you are fearful of, acknowledge them, put them out on paper, get them out of your brain. And then for the last minute or so, make sure that you spend some time recognizing the efforts that you have put in and acknowledging that you're going to do the best that you can on this test. By writing those anxieties out, we're able to free up that brain space so we're not thinking about what it is that's making us anxious, and hopefully we're more able to focus on the content and the material that we need to be able to apply on our test. Also, making sure that we're breathing all the way throughout. A lot of times our mental stress can expose itself in physical ways, and we really tense up, and a lot of that has to do with holding our breath and not really giving our bodies the oxygen that they need. So reminding yourself over and over that you need to breathe. The last thing is making sure that we are focused when we are sitting down for our test. Anxiety can pull us away from what we're supposed to be doing. So trying to focus as much as possible by arriving early so we're not running to our test or trying to log on real quick. Preview your exam before you take it. Just look over, maybe start on an easier piece or start on a hard piece so you can just get it over with and out of the way. And then finally, making sure that we're reading the directions slowly and carefully so that we are answering the questions in the way that they're asked, and also annotating it if we need to. So take our own notes. If this question doesn't quite make sense to me, how can I write it in a way that will make sense to me when I come back to it? Finally, there are a bunch of resources on campus that are going to be really helpful for reducing test anxiety. The first one, checking out the University Counseling Center, talking to someone about this anxiety. Is this something that needs to be addressed outside of just test taking? Is this a generalized anxiety? Or is it something that is just related to this test? The next one is the Center for Disability and Access. You can chat with someone about different accommodations that you can receive for test anxiety, whether it's a different location, a different format, time and a half, anything like that. And then finally, the Learning Center. We're more than happy to meet with any students one-on-one to talk through different strategies for combating test anxiety, including the stuff that we've talked about today and so much more. Thank you for your attention on this video. Hopefully you found something useful, and we hope to see you soon.